everybody. I want to mere 1:14 a.m. Tuesday morning, election day, November 8th, 2016. I'm working hard on another night of Skylanders research. Hopefully you're asleep and not leading the life I lead, but that's it. I hope you watched the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something. What we're going to do here, we've done Hoodsickle's base upgrades. I took him down his top path first. It turns out to be pretty good. Few things I would change about it. Instead of resetting him immediately and going through and having to grind out cash, I just feel like doing ambush. He was pretty heavily requested. Got a little bit of Ember requests in there too, but more ambush. Here lately it's all been about the Dark Golden Queen. To do her, I've got to go to the Wii U version because of the stupid selfie frame thing that we have here for sorcerers. So I'm just going to keep my life simple and do ambush on the order of request. And let's recap where he is at. So primary attack, 55, and you think, okay, well, hey, there's a combo with that, right? Not really. He just sort of wails around with the sword. It's interesting. He's a knight. From what I see of him, at least now, he kind of seems more like a ninja, you know, just equipped with a sword type of a thing. When I think of a knight, I think of like Chop Chop, I think of Igniter, sort of, you know, more of a classic traditional knights. But we'll see how this pans out. We don't have much to base it on. The one thing that I am legitimately disappointed with him, and the same thing I complained about with Wolfgang I did in his introductory video, you would think, okay, hey, he is a knight. This is our only knight available right now. He's going to have, look at the sword, it's amazing. You can get it in the Creator app. Some of you have probably used it, and you're thinking, I can't wait to see this guy's jump attack, his ground pound. He's going to just jump up and dive that sword into the ground like Chop Chop and, you know, start throwing leaves and acorns and bamboo at enemies, and it's going to be amazing, isn't it? That's what he does. And if you think, oh, well, hey, you know, look, there's like that green, it's sort of like a down and then an uppercut with the sword. I bet that does amazing damage, right? No. It's the same thing. It's 55. Granted, you know, SSA, we had some places where a jump attack or a lob attack was like super useful. I've only been through 3 chapters or 3 levels here. We may have places where there's an enemy up here that you can't get to if you were swinging like that, but you can if you jump. I don't know. But I do have to say, I'm pretty bummed out that there's not like jump up, strike the sword down, and do something different or special, even if it did 55 to 83 or less. Just having that as an option, because I mean the truth is this is pretty much spammable. I mean, I know he's not like shooting bullets or projectiles. He'd have to sort of be close range with an enemy. But I mean, I'm just rapid tapping X, and this man is a machine that just continuously delivers the blows. So that's what we've got. Again, the jump attacks, once they introduce them, it's something I came to expect. And there's certain characters, Wolfgang, I wouldn't expect Ember to really have an awesome, you know, like, okay, Chop Chop, not Chop Chop, well, Chop Chop, but Chop Scotch, you look at her giant axe and you're like, oh, she's going to have such a good ground pound. And you look at Tri-Tip and you're like, oh, yeah. And then you look at Wolfgang and you think, yes, this is going to be sweet. And then Wolfgang doesn't really deliver, and then this guy doesn't really deliver, and it's like Hoodsickle has a really good jump attack that I like. But it's just kind of like hit and miss, and this is someone that you thought would have it, and he doesn't. That said, what he does have is a secondary attack, and this one is a nightmare to document. There's 2 things you need to understand about this attack. Number 1, it's got pretty good length on it. Number 2, the bamboo does damage. It's 4 to 6, and it does it a ton. So much so, in fact, I have no hopes of counting it short of like frame by frame going through it in editing, and I don't really know if I want to take my time to do that. But you get a lot of them. It's not the most significantly high number, but it is very, very frequent. But there is sort of like a finishing move when he pops out of the bamboo on his own free will. It'll do 24 to 36. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Like, it's hard to explain, but if an enemy is inside the range of that bamboo, they'll take 4 to 6, and you can institute multiple hits on that. But at the same time, when he sort of pops out, like you see there, that slash of the sword, 24 to 36. So let's go ahead and showcase it. See all the fours there? And it does stun the enemy a bit too. But it's kind of very hard to appreciate because we don't know how many times it's doing 4. I mean, just that time, what did we have? Like 5 or 6 minimal. You know, and then the stunning is kind of cool too. So it's very hard to put this into an exact count. When I'm showing it to you, you know there's a lot of them, and that's what it looks like. Primary attack, jump slam, you know, 55-83, pretty well straightforward with this guy. So we're going to move into his base upgrades here and see what they're like, how they set up his upgrade paths. Whack attack, again 55-83, splintering punch, knock your enemies back and then fly into them. So 4 to 6 on the knockback, 24-36 with the sword when you hit them. Base upgrades of these first 4 here, you're going to need 3300, 579, and 1200 respectively. Meditative strike is up first. Let me get that in the spreadsheet. Briefly stand still to charge, which that's going to be a struggle with him. If you saw how fast he was moving with the sword, like I said, it's basically spammable. Briefly stand still to charge up your sword attack, 500. Which maybe this is where, okay, I'd say we've been, is that it? I mean, like, that's an idle animation, right? Let's get this guy in here. Alright. Oh, whoa. Okay. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Is it a critical every time? Okay, I'm liking this. I am liking this. Plus, the sword looks so awesome with that glow. Like, it looked good beforehand, but now with that center section kind of emanating an essence of nature, it's pretty nice. Does he have a jump slam ability with this? 55. Whoa, you don't have to wait long at all either. That's amazing. And note, if you're not swinging, you seem to maintain it. I spawned an enemy in. Let's see. I'm going to hit and keep running, and we lost it, so it's like 1 second delay. That's, wow. Alright, so wait 1 second, or be still 1 second, and then I'm assuming it's a critical every single time, and then 165 crit. Watch this. Okay. I mean, so see, if we start spamming it, you're gonna lose. Well, yeah. No. What? Okay, we lost it. But look, it's back. Okay. Don't have it. Oh, we do. Don't have it. So check it out. We're doing 55. Stop, glow, throw. It's going to be 165 every time. That's pretty cool. And I mean, he's quick enough that you could get away. Like, for example, we'll hit him standard. Well, so we're standard here, right? And I get a hit. And then I run away. I stop. There we go.
Green is supreme.
Well, I can't argue with that. I like it. I like it a lot. Whoops. I meant to upgrade there. My apologies. It happens. I didn't do it with Hoodsicle, to my credit.
Statistics are, of course,
Alright, so here we go. Up, and that was just the first base upgrade. I'm a fan, I gotta say. That said, Arboreal Upheaval. Press Y to summon bamboo trees that throw enemies into the air. This can be fun. I don't think we've ever had a life character. It's similar to some Earth characters, we've had, but I can't think of a life one that's actually had something like this. Defensive, yes, but as a weapon that would send them into the air, no. So, 700, it should be fun regardless of the damage number. Another big thing with Arboreal Upheaval, it unlocks the Soul Gem. I believe his is in chapter 1 or 2. I'm not exactly sure which. My intro video should tell me, but I think chapter 1. Don't hold me to that, though, but I believe that is correct. So it is a prereq to this, so it's going to be based on the tertiary, which should be cool. But let's get a feel for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see what he can do here. Okay, so that was a critical, so it should be 2233.
Oh, yeah.
How high is he going in the sky? Oh, very high. The highest of anything I've seen so far. I like this. I mean, you can just, it's a force, man, to be reckoned with. Let's see what the range is.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. And look, by the time they come at you, your sword is charged.
I have brought peace to their troubled spirits.
I agree, man. I like this guy. There's a lot of, talk about him, and then I noticed it slacked off, and I didn't know if it was because people had been, playing with him and didn't like him or something. Or people just passed on him, Maybe they didn't think he, looked as cool as some of the other characters, but he is a knight, and based on these first two upgrades, he's looking pretty promising to me. So, oh, I did it again. Tadcam. Alright. Okay, here we go. Don't hit the switch.
Indeed.
It's
I
old
have been
habits,
well
like I said.
preserved myself.
Right here, Leaf on the Wind. Hold X to perform a flying spin slash. So 900 is the price, and this is going to be sort of like a hold on our X, which should be easy. Let's see. I'm going to spam it. I'm going to hold it. Okay, it must not register in that case. Let's hold it from the beginning. Oh, Stealth Elfish. Look how he's spinning. It's like a log roll. That's pretty cool. I have never seen that in Skylanders before. I mean, let's check the distance out here. We'll start at the edge of the water. Covers decent distance. I like it. Let's see what it does damage-wise, though. That's the telltale sign. That's the most important. So we hold X. There's the initial swing. Ooh, 41 every time. It's like just a barrel roll of nature, man. Let's get two of these guys. I'd love to see a critical on this, just to say we did it. Whoops, wrong button, but it was hilarious, so who cares?
Perfect.
I'm trying so hard not to hit him with my sword, I kind of like it. 41, half of that would be 20.5, so 21, so 41 to 62, assuming you ever see a critical hit. Very unique. Oh, I did it again. Jeez. Let's kill him with all of our attacks, shall we? I like that. That's pretty cool. Alright. Final base upgrade. I have nothing bad to say right now. So, Mark of the Angry Tree. Whack attack. Dun dun dun. Which is our primary. Whack attacks leave a mark on your enemies. On the third mark, that enemy will take extra damage. Marks weaken over time. This could be fun to document, couldn't it? We'll have to see. That's it. Let's go ahead and get the path names. I'm very excited about these. Again, I don't know them until this point in time. So, top path is the Master Splinterer. And learn new whack attack combos. Sounds promising, but it also doesn't look to be completely with the sword. I'm seeing a lot of bamboo in there too. Bottom path, go forest ranger. You can't help, but I didn't even, like, I just saw go and it made me think of that, like, before it scanned in through my head. So it's Power Rangers, if you didn't know. So they got a little punny in here. Not quite as punny as Mr. Cat. So far he's taken the cake for that one. But go. I know Paul is like real big. He always like tweets like these Power Ranger things he finds. I saw the show some as a kid, but I was never like super into it. Is that? It's either really windy or thundering. Last night in Terraria, man, I didn't realize it at the time. I kept telling my nephew and Speedy, I was like, man, this is a pretty bad storm. And it dumped a crud ton of hail here. So I was right to be a little worried. But go Forest Ranger, fuse all of your attacks into one devastating combo. I'm not sure how either of these will play out. But again, he's not quite like Starcast and Aurora. When we did their base upgrades, they were pretty well set. I love everything about what I've seen from Ambush so far, but he doesn't really have the same damage numbers or just OP status those two had, in my opinion. But I have absolutely nothing bad to say about him. It's just I do think the base upgrades are fantastic, but I feel like they need to be expanded upon. So we'll check that out. I'll kind of review those as we proceed. But where is his Shelmont Shores? Isn't that where we go next? I think it is. I'm not 100%, but I think that's right. I was talking during that cutscene in the live stream, so I didn't realize they were going to do it. Stealth Elf, I think, was narrating it. So I think that's next up, so we'll have to see. Maybe I can go through there before, and then we could have like a complete upgrade video finally. A lot of the early ones we're going to have to come back and do Soul Gems and Sky Cheese. With him, we have the Soul Gems, so now it's this whole mark thing. And I'd like to have standard damage. So 1, 2, 3.
I have brought peace to that troubled spirit.
This is going to be really hard to document. I feel like it's going to be 110. And I'm going to have a heck of a time figuring it out. Yeah, so 110 to 165, I'm thinking. The mark basically seems to be that. What? 330? Okay, so that would be... Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we hit this guy. That's the mark. Okay, the little grass blades growing around him. I'll hit him. Oh, the mark does go away, so that makes things extra complicated. Let's just get rid of him. Alright, so crit mark, hit 2, hit 3.
Green is supreme.
Oh, alright, I figured this one out. I'm going to go ahead and pin it in before I forget. So, wax, we'll go with that. Wax, leave, marks. Third hit equals 2x damage. So what I mean by that, the standard 55 to 83 will be 55 to 83 x2, or 165 x2 equals 330. So that should make sense if you watch the video. Otherwise, if you read this in spreadsheet form only, you're probably thinking, what is he talking about? And basically, it's very rare to see the criticals. Let's not kid ourselves. At least the standard one. But the way this works, let's get rid of that. When I come in, hit 1 mark, hit 2, hit 3, 110. So 55 doubled. If this is a scenario for hit 1, hit 2, then I'm going to wait. My sword charges. I double the 165, and it becomes 330. That's pretty salty, I gotta say. And the thing is, I mean, what are you gonna do with ambush right now? you're going to spam his primary attack. So if you're patient or you somehow mark the guy and then you run, there's hit 2. I wait. It's charged. 330. See you later. If we come in and we 55, well, dadgum. I waited too long. 165. Oh, well. It's not a bad thing what we're experiencing. I'm just trying so hard not to spam it. I guess we should. Alright, so spam. Yeah, you saw the 110 there. So, hit 1, 5583, hit 2, 5583, hit 3, 110. And then I assume if you did have 83, it would double as well, which would be 166. However, if you let your sword charge, as you see it here, it only hits at 165, right? There's no lesser. It's always a crit of 165 when it's a meditative strike. So when you come in and you hit once, twice, and then there's a meditative strike on the third hit, 165 becomes 330, and you're going to insta-kill an awful lot of enemies in that manner. So, that is that, my friends. This is Ambush's base upgrades, and they are pretty impressive. So, no clue what to expect from the past at this point in time. I'll kind of read over those. I might stop here. It's 1:30 in the morning, which, it was 2:30 on the old time. But I'm going to try to rest my voice and drink a lot more water and probably have another peppermints and edit these videos so I can have one out for you tomorrow. But plans, like I said, I don't know. Maybe I won't right away do Hood Sickle. I could get into Ember perhaps. I don't know. If you've got some character you really, really want to see, leave a comment, and then what I will do is I will weight them. If there's one person that's like, hey, please show Barbella, and then there's 19 people that are like, Crankcase, please. I'll go with Crankcase. If nobody says anything, I'll do what I want to do. And truth be told, that'll probably be to introduce Master Airstrike, which I wanted to play that chapter so bad, and we've not even gotten to introduce him yet. Which a lot of that has to do with the Halloween stuff. That's kind of a tradition I do. We come in and live stream, all the undead character upgrades and stuff. And that's why we did Hood Sickle too. But, like I said, if you got somebody you just really, really want to see, let me know. And I'll try to fit it in. Just bear in mind, the way I'm doing them, you've got base, path 1, path 2, and then I'd get to another character type of a thing. But I'll make the most of it. The cool thing with the Sentinels, we've got the Shrine. And then it's kind of I do feel like we can progress through the game now. It's worked out well. Truth be told, I'm getting to use some of my favorite Skylanders, which again are the SSA castaways, busting out some of the old legendaries, the alt decos. We had Kickoff Countdown, Enchanted Hoot Loop. I brought Night Shift, legendary Night Shift out. I never got an opportunity to use him, I don't think, but I got a couple others. I busted out some old Light Core characters I haven't gotten to use yet, but I'm having fun doing that. It sucks not getting the money, or seeing the new characters. But the way they set the game up, if we took Ambush right now through Shellmont Shores so we could get a soul gem for, some character or another shrine for a certain set, when he hits level 2, all his attack damage numbers change, all his stats change, and that's why I'm kind of having to do all these box stock and not play as them, which, I'll be honest, it kind of sucks not getting to use them in-game, but at the same time, this is important. There's no strategy guide. I'm the only person that does it. I know a lot of you are relying on me to kind of get a feel for what you want to do, or if you want to purchase a second character when they have the sales going on, things along those lines. So that's the plan, man. I'm probably going to stick with the castaways plus a few Imaginators. I'm thinking maybe I'll build an Imaginator once per chapter, maybe in between chapters or something, and take it from there. But for the sorcerers, I'm definitely going to have to go to the Wii U to record from there. But having a good time. My voice hasn't cut out like it did really bad when we first started, so that's progress. But let me know your thoughts, man. What are y'all thinking on Ambush's base upgrades? Like I said, there's a lot of chatter about him. A lot of people like, yeah, he's going to be so awesome. And then it kind of died off. And I didn't know if it was because people got the game, they got ambushed, and he was like, they just were disappointed, or if they got ambushed and they were like, whoa, chaos is here, and man, this, whatever character is amazing, and you just kind of neglected him, or if he underperformed for you. Right now, I see nothing. I only see things to be excited about. A lot of times when the base upgrades are this good, the paths are sort of ho-hum. But I do feel like, if we can sort of, amplify in even a small degree what we have here, he's going to turn out to be pretty good. Plus, he's our only Night Skylander, or Sensei, I should say, at this point in time. So he's got that going for him. But I think he looks pretty promising. Let me know your thoughts on this guy. oneofwisdom.com is my personal site. I created the Skylander Club forum at Skylander Club for Portal Masters like yourself. If you're super into this stuff, if you want to discuss it, if you want to see my attack damage spreadsheets, whatever it may be, check it out. We got a good group of people there. We would love to have you join us. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Beam. Those are the two places that I stream. Sometimes Twitch doesn't work, and Beam has yet to disappoint me. Plus, I really like the UI there, but with Twitch, I can just export the streams over. So whichever it is, I'll be on one or the other, and if you follow me on Twitter, you will always know before I stream, and you'll also be kept up to date with all my videos and Skylander hunting and anything else random that pops up. It's SkylanderClub.com, oneofwisdom.com, follow me on Twitter. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you back here for the next installment of Skylanders Research.